Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to do a collaboration with Avatal's Parenting Junkie YouTube channel. It is a great channel. I mean, truly, if you aren't following it and you believe in peaceful, gentle, kind parenting, respectful parenting, it is a great page. I love whenever a new video comes out from her. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to this. It's calming, it is inspiring. It's great for refocusing and reminding yourself how to be a more peaceful parent. So I thought a fun collaboration for us to do would be gentle parenting for the high energy, high needs toddler, right? It can be really frustrating and draining to have a high needs preschooler and try to figure out how am I going to gentle parent them? How am I going to be peaceful in my parenting style for them? So I'm going to put Avatal's video, just a little clip of it, in here, and then once you're done watching my video, go over, click through, and watch her full video because it's fabulous. Oh yeah.
Hey Rose, I am so excited to be collaborating with you today about gentle parenting and the high needs preschooler. What an important topic, and one that I have quite a lot of personal experience with myself. So thank you so much for collaborating with me. I can't wait to meet all of your people and send all of the Parenting Junkies over to your channel to enjoy the amazing pearls of wisdom you'll be sharing with us today. I also want to make this hyper actionable for us all so that we can see major transformation in how we parent our children even today. So I've created a printable PDF download with 20 ways to stay patient with your high needs preschooler. And you can get that in the link below my video on today's post. See you there!
So you can check out the Parenting Junkies video down below. I'm going to link it. Absolutely go check out the channel. If you are not following her, you are missing out if you love peaceful parenting, which I'm going to assume you do because I am a big supporter of gentle, peaceful parenting. Which, you know, what do you do, right? How can you be a gentle parent for a high needs preschooler? I think one of the key things is patience. And I don't mean teaching your child patience, because your preschooler is full of energy and ideas and boundary testing and figuring out how things work. They are this little creature that comes into the world and they have to learn the language and the rules and the outcomes and consequences of all of the things that they do, right? Patience is slowly learned, and I talk to my son about patience, right? He is a very high needs preschooler. He has always been high needs from the time he was a baby, as I've talked about plenty of times. And so we work on patience, but I don't then get mad and punish him if he can't follow through on patience because he's still pretty little. So patience for parents. There's several really good reasons that working on patience in yourself as a parent can be really helpful for a more peaceful household and for gentle parenting in general for your preschool age kids. One of them is going to be patience for yourself is going to make you happier. I mean, that can sound selfish, that can sound self-centered. I don't think it is. I think a happy, calm parent equals a happy, calm family. And when you breathe in and you give yourself patience, and that can mean different things, right? If you need to have a moment to be patient with your own emotions, that's okay. It's all right to have your feelings for high needs preschoolers and to have that moment, not lash out at people around you, but feel it if you're frustrated or angry or annoyed or triggered from something. Breathe it in and be patient with your emotions and giving your emotions a little bit of space to breathe. And also be patient with the flexibility of what you want to have as an outcome for your parenting, right? You say, go do this, I want you to do this, work on this project, clean this up, this is nap time, and you want the things to occur, right? And when you have a high needs preschooler, they are testing your boundaries. They are like, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this because it annoys you and I can tell. I'm going to do this because I get a reaction from you and you pay attention to me. I'm going to do this because I'm curious and I want to see what happens. And it is so easy as a busy mama or daddy to just be like, why aren't you doing what I say? And having some patience in that moment with your preschooler, with your parenting style is infinitely helpful. Don't be so rigid that you break, right? Be flexible, and patience allows you to be more flexible, right? It's like stretching into a good yoga pose or a good Pilates pose. You have to be patient. You have to slowly get into it. You can't just force yourself into the position, right? So have a little patience with your parenting style. It's going to make a huge difference. Now, when you are a parent of a high needs preschooler, other parents can be less than understanding. They can think, well, why isn't your kid sleeping when they should be? Why aren't they doing exactly what they should be doing? A lot of high needs kids might have other things that come in. They might have sensory processing disorders like my son does. They might have some delays. My son has a big speech delay, as I've talked about, and some other fine motor skill delays that we're working on. And that can be frustrating for you as a parent and for your child, because they're getting that judgment reaction from their peers and from their peers' parents, and you're getting the judgment from parents. So having a little bit of patience with your high needs preschooler, if they need a little extra time to finish something, or they just aren't ready for that nap, you know, that can make a huge difference of accepting where you're at. So having patience with the people around you when you have these high needs kids, right, that people aren't being understanding about. Breathe it in. You don't have to give a lesson to everyone. You don't have to educate people on how your child is or, you know, what their needs are. Every child is different, whether they're high needs or not. But high needs children need more, right? They have higher needs. They really express those needs, and they need that attention. And if you're feeling judged, or if you're seeing your child being judged for being a little high needs preschooler age child, patience can be a really good practice to get into, to not get stressed out, to not feel judged. So if people come up to you and they're judging, or you feel they're judging your child, you know, you can talk to them about it. You can have an open discussion. You can talk about what high needs kids are. Maybe they'll learn something. And you can also just be okay with saying, you know what, I don't need to discuss this right now. My parenting style works, your parenting style works. We parent the child, we don't parent the parent, right? You don't parent the ideas of what you think a good parent is. You parent to meet the needs of each individual child that you have, and that's unique to each child. I know moms that have a high need kid and a couple great unicorn babies, right, that are awesome, that sleep well, that are quiet and like to play on their own, are super independent from an early age. There's lots of mixes, right? I think there are beautiful benefits to having a high needs preschooler, because you're going to see them in a different light. They're going to demand and necessitate your attention in a way and in an intensity that maybe non-high needs kids aren't. And, you know, respect the journey. Have patience with it. Have kindness towards the journey and towards your child. I think some of the easy ways to actually physically practice that patience is breathing. Breathe in the moment. Excuse me, allergy season is cooking my tuckus. Breathe into the moment. If you are being frustrated with your high needs child, you know, take that moment, breathe it in, and look at it from their perspective. So often with my son, when I am just like, oh my God, he's making me lose my mind. If I take a moment and I actually look at what his needs are, why he's having this particular need, and that can be a tantrum, that can be a request, that can be a demand. It can come out in all sorts of forms, but what he's needing is often very logical from his perspective. And if I can see it from his perspective, because he can articulate his perspective more. That's the wonderful thing about getting to the preschool age with your high needs babies, is that they start to be able to articulate where they're coming from more. And that really allows you to develop a lot more easy empathy and understanding of why is your child having this need? What's the thought process behind it? Because believe it or not, as young as these kids are, they have very deep, big thought processes that are going through their little noggins, and that's why they're acting that way. It's not as illogical as we think. If we just were impatient, well, whatever, why do I care what you're having a tantrum? Go have a timeout, right? That doesn't help you bond with your child. It doesn't help you understand them, and it doesn't help them understand you. And maybe the biggest in the long run is it doesn't help your high needs child understand and have empathy for other people if we don't take the time to have patience with them and to think about how can we help them have a great journey in this life, right? That's kind of what we are. I always talk about how important this journey is with our children, that we are helping build up this armor of love that's going to go all over them mentally and emotionally, and they are going to go through life and they are going to slay their dragons and climb their castle walls. And we can't make them do that. We can't teach them how to do that, but we can give them this beautiful sense of self that lets them be brave and go out into the world and be happy and independent and deeply loved within themselves so that they can love others. And that's kind of, you're laying the foundation stones now when you have your high needs toddler for how the rest of your parenting journey is going to go with them, right? If it's negative and grumpy now, it is so much harder later on with high needs kids. So thank you so much for giving this a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, follow along. I post about twice a week or so. And I also post once or twice a week on my other YouTube channel as well. That's more lifestyle, less parenting. And if you haven't already, click the link and go over to the Parenting Junkie's wonderful page. Oh my goodness, it's fabulous. Thank you so much for collaborating with me. And I love working with other YouTubers that I feel like have a great message, have a great concept, and are just doing their thing. I love it. I think it's so much fun. So let me know, would you like to see more collaborations? I'm kind of feeling like this year might be a fun year to do collaborations, right? I think it'll be pretty cool. Alrighty, so until next time, feel free. Check out Milkosaurus on Amazon, my awesome full-term breastfeeding guide, photo pictorial, descriptions. It's got great facts of why breastfeeding is awesome for mom and awesome for your little one. So until next time, I'll see you on Instagram and I'll see you around YouTube.